Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexandra. I'm from the Netherlands, the city called Tilburg. And in today's video, I would like to talk to you a little bit more about the things that make me happy living in the Netherlands. But before I start talking about those things, and it's quite interesting for those who probably plan to relocate to the Netherlands, to move here for family reason, for work, for study, or to reunite with their partner, I would like to ask everyone to become my subscribers. Click the subscribe button, leave your likes, dislikes if you want to, comments, give me feedback, ask me questions. I really guys appreciate the fact that you are subscribing to my very tiny channel. For those who don't know me, as I said earlier, my name is Alexandra. I originally come from Moscow, from Russia. I have spent a year and a half living in New York City, and it's been 5 years since I'm living in the Netherlands. I have a dual citizenship. I'm a Dutch citizen and Russian citizen. I'm married to a Dutch partner. We have a child, 1 year and 10 months old. We have a cat and a dog and a house. And I'm pretty much feeling home around here, but it doesn't exclude the fact that I'm very sensitive to all those cultural differences that I experience on a daily basis, how things different compared to Russia, of course, to Moscow, to be precise, because Russia is a huge country. I can't really speak for the whole country, you know, that is that big. I can speak only for Moscow, and you know, for this time that I lived there, for the time that I lived there. And of course, those differences are cultural differences apparent when I reflect to my experience living in America, in New York City, because even though like Dutch people and American people are both Western nations, they are extremely different in their perception of life, in their priorities, in their lifestyle, in their way of handling situations, and the way of expressing themselves, making relationships, and putting priorities in their life. So this is going to be quite interesting story, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So what really makes me happy in the Netherlands? Recently, for those who don't know me, we bought a house in the Netherlands, and in our city, Tilburg, a bit an outside area, but it doesn't really matter where. And we had a walk with my husband and my son and our dog around our neighborhood, and I realized how much I appreciate nature and the way it's being kept. And that's the first point that I'm really grateful for. You know, the nature is around in Netherlands. It's really amazing. It's really well preserved. Even though, if I reflect to the fact that I'm from Russia, like we also have a lot of nature there, and it's just a lot. But nobody really cares about it. Nobody thinks it's something special because they have it so much all around, and countries so big as it is that we don't really pay attention. We don't really praise it, and that's very much wrong, you know, because yeah, nature is nature. It is a wonderful thing, and we're all part of it. And when sometimes I get upset about, you know, separating trash and all the inconvenience things that come along with this, you know, with this fact that we have to do it, when I look at nature around and how clean it is, and I see all these animals are, you know, running around, even though we're not living in the middle of nowhere, you know, we're living in a city, I think we're doing the right thing, and it makes me really happy. I will probably put some videos or pictures from our neighborhood, and you will see how amazing that is actually, you know, to be able to live in such a beautiful place, and it makes me really happy. The second thing that makes me really happy here is social part of life, the social security that exists in that country. What do I mean when I say that? The fact that you're not really experiencing a high amount of stress, thinking of possibility of losing a job, or becoming an invalid because you get some kind of illness and you're not able to work, or your husband is not able to provide anymore. You understand that maybe your life standards will go low. Maybe you will not live in a house that you're living in. Maybe you wouldn't really afford buying things that you can buy at the moment, but you will never go in a complete bankruptcy, and you'll never be in a really deep trouble. It's like when you will have to ask the whole world, please help and donate and support, because we're going completely down and we can't afford any kinds of treatment, for instance, or I don't know, like the wheelchair, or I'm just talking about the most horrible situation that can happen because they're part of life. And knowing that you shouldn't really worry beyond certain boundaries, and actually reduce huge amounts of stress, and leaves you a lot of more energy to actually do the stuff that you like, the stuff you enjoy, be more creative, more productive, and more happy in general. And I really appreciate it. It makes me really happy living here. So this next stuff, I love Dutch food. That's probably I should put first, to be honest. I'm constantly gaining and losing weight here in this country, but because it's really, really nice. I mean, when I say, what I mean when I say that, this like nice food, it's really, really fresh. I think I made a whole separate video about Dutch culture when it comes to food. It hasn't been edited really well because it was my first video in my YouTube channel. I have also, for those who know me, I have also Russian channel for those who may be Russian speakers or interested in learning Russian language, you want to practice more. So you can go to my Russian channel, like in the description of in every video on my English channel, this channel you're watching every moment. So if you open the description box, you will see the link to my Russian channel. So if you would like to practice your Russian skills and do some listening, so you can go there, or perhaps you're a Russian speaker, you can also go there. I put some more work in my Russian channel, to be honest, so I don't really appear quite often here, because I still try to navigate. It's just I'm been drifting away from the main subject, but I really feel like saying this in the moment. I'm not really aware, to be honest, still who my audience is. I know there's just some people who come across and just leave their comments, and some random viewers. I've noticed a lot of Dutch people, listening watching my videos. I'm very pleased. Thank you so much that you're paying attention to my channel. But what I realized, a lot of Dutch population just wants to hear about good things, and I see all these positive comments when I say, like, when I made a video what Dutch people are good at, and I see a whole lot of positive, happy comments from Dutch people. But when it comes to some critics and some weak points and some negative aspects of Dutch life, which are not that many, they're probably like if you and only one is a low emotional intelligence level, Dutch people get extremely upset, and all these negative comments I immediately get on those videos. So to be honest, I was creating this channel deliberately aiming at potential immigrants, or for those people who want to know more about Dutch culture, not necessarily for Dutch people themselves. So of course they can come, they're welcome, Dutch people, to come to this channel and to watch it. But I'm not really, I'm not really trying to stroke their ego in any sense of it, just saying how wonderful they are. Well, they do very well, super well, I would say, but they're not perfect, and I want to say those things. Through my own perception, everything is being said in this channel is very, very subjective, it's through my eyes. I'm not saying like I'm the only one is right in the universe. That's my opinion, but I'm quite an educated person because I graduated from Tilburg University with my master's degree in international law and human rights. So I'm a person that comes from academia. So if I say something, I usually have basis behind everything I say. It's not that just randomly felt and something. While I'm not trying to discredit the feelings as they are, because they're very important, and recognizing them and working with them is a huge part of emotional intelligence, which that people have pretty low, unfortunately. But it's not about this. So I still don't know who I'm aiming at. And if you're watching my channel, if you became my subscriber, just tell me who you are and why you're watching it, and like maybe what you're interested in. Leave your questions. I will highly appreciate that. Okay, next thing in the life, as I said, is Dutch food. Mentioned earlier, and continuing with that, it's really fresh. I can't say it's cheap, like super cheap, but it's not super expensive like in America. It's affordable, it's very fresh, and it's super, I would say, diverse. I mean, yeah, it's like so many things you can choose from when you're buying food in the Netherlands. Yeah, it's amazing, you know. It's like probably even like going to Germany, you wouldn't find such a packed supermarkets that we have here, because we really have huge choice of everything. Because Dutch people, they're known for being very well at trading, you know. They've been practicing for centuries. They're great at it, you know, and you can actually feel it once you're going to Dutch supermarkets. It's like, whoa, you know, there's a lot of nice stuff around here, and there's a lot of ways here to eat healthy and not becoming bankrupt and not really, you know, spending a fortune. Restaurants is a different story. Here it's pretty expensive, so it's not a daily thing. So like in the States, you can take out every day. No, it's not gonna work here. So you will really like go down financially if you will practice it. But I love it. What do I like also about Dutch food? I like gourmet. What is gourmet? This is a Dutch tradition. You know, first time I was introduced to it, I was a bit like, you know, also kind of like didn't know what to expect. It's basically like electric grill, you know, that you put on a table and you make your own food. Sort of basically you fry your own meat, fish, I don't know, veggies or anything you want to fry. It's like pretty mushrooms, and it's really nice. So you're basically having this nice cozy, like Dutch would say, gezellig, you know, conversation and relaxed time with your drink. And you know, you pick the meat. It's usually raw and served right next to this electric grill, and you pick this meat, you know what you want and how much you want. You fried it. There's a lot of sauces, salads and everything, and it's like super nice. To be honest, a lot of times with my husband, we can just, you know, if we see some kind of sale or just feel like doing this, we can just organize it like out of any ordinary schedule, you know, of season. Usually the Dutch people do it in a cold season when it's Christmas Eve, do these 3 Christmas days. Christmas Eve, Dutch people have first day of Christmas and second day of Christmas. And also on Easter, but we can do it like out of those schedules just because we feel like, but it's because our family. So we are not following we're not super traditional, you know. We do things because we feel like doing it, because it makes us happy, you know, and we like enjoy doing those things. So we do them. But for Dutch standards, it's really strange and totally abnormal. We're very spontaneous. We're just like, oh, let's just do this. Okay, let's do that. You know, we're just enjoying being spontaneous. But it doesn't mean we don't plan stuff. We don't like plan life. No, we don't. We do. But these little things, they just gives you a feeling that, you know, there's something, the life goes, you know. It's not really like planned and structured, not really like in prison all the time. This spontaneous stuff makes us happy. So that's what we do. When it comes to summertime, I like barbecue. You can go to a store and buy a lot of marinated and prepared meat, you know, shrimps, different kinds of fish. So, and it's really nice, you know, because most of the Dutch people, they live in houses. I mean, of course, some people live in apartments and everything, but especially when it comes to families try to buy houses, and they have their gardens, sometimes big, sometimes very tiny. They buy barbecue, they enjoy the sun and the good weather, and I also love that. I mean, it's a really nice tradition. What else makes me happy? To be honest, I think the job that my husband has, you know, I'm very happy that he's able to actually do what he likes. Because for those who don't know me, I'm a full-time homestay mom, so I'm raising our son, you know. I'm taking care of everything in the house and like managing things, knowing where things go and come, and who needs what, and keeping in mind all the time. My husband is the breadwinner, so I'm really happy that he's actually able to do what he likes, and yeah, and provide the lifestyle that we have in the moment. So it's really nice, you know, because like in Russia, for instance, the country I come from, sometimes, you know, the job that you like won't really, how should I say that, won't really allow you to lead a good, you know, lifestyle, you know, to have certain standards. You can yeah, you can't really afford much. For instance, like being like, I don't know, like a teacher in Russia, like you can't really provide for the whole family, for instance, or yeah. But still, I'm happy that my husband has an ability and has a chance to do what he likes and earns enough money for our family to survive. What I also like here is probably, what makes me happy here is probably this relaxed lifestyle. I kind of forgot to mention it, I think, on my channel, on this my English channel, but it's really nice that Dutch people are never like in a hurry, never under any additional kinds of stress. They're very relaxed. Sometimes like too relaxed for me. I feel like, you know, they're kind of like sleeping half of the life. You know, I feel like they're acting like they're going to live 200 years, and I feel like I want to do more in life for the time that generally people live. But it's really nice, you know, in the end, it actually contributes to your mental health enormously. You're really not under the amount of any kinds of stress. You're not really always in a hurry. You take things slow as they are. You actually leave them through, and not really in your neurotic thinking like, we have to go this, I have to arrange everything, achieve everything. Yeah, and provides a lot more relaxation, which is generally good for a human being. That's my personal opinion. So yeah, guys, that were the things that make me happy in the Netherlands. And of course I won't mention this like obvious things like my son, my dog, and everything. It's just not really part of the, I would say, like Dutch culture or anything. It's just something with mine, you know. And I think everyone who has a good family, they're thankful. Actually, happy Thanksgiving, all my American friends. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to upload it, but it's today. So, you know, we're thankful for these things, but they're not really part of Dutch culture necessarily. And those things I mentioned earlier in this video, they are part of Dutch culture, because I wouldn't have them if I didn't live here, right? Well, that's coming to an end. Thank you so much for your attention, and keep, you know, giving me comments, asking me questions. But for those who don't know, I'm not really tolerating any kinds of hate, any kinds of like unreasonable negative comments, like you don't understand anything, the things don't work like this. I will just explain you how right I am. I always say to those people, if you know better, don't spend your time writing me comments, start a YouTube channel and say something about Dutch culture to your own eyes, share your opinion. But usually these people are not brave enough to actually open up with who they are and speak for themselves. Don't be afraid of to be confronted or to be hated by someone, because, you know, they're too little. They can only write you these nasty comments or something. So guys, those things are not appreciated. And if you feel like you disagree with everything I say, or you don't really get why I say things, find the blogger that you like, find, you know, the YouTube channel that you are enjoying, and spend your time more productively rather than listening people who you don't have anything in common with. That's useless, right? So that's it, and thank you for watching, thank you for your attention, and see you on my channel in my other videos. Bye.